Hey there, it's me, the Unpopular Patriot here. And this weekend, Trump, I don't know. This last weekend's Trump tweets regarding the progressive Democrats, and I just want to give you a couple thoughts about that. So, first and foremost, I don't really know what in the world Trump thinks about, okay? But I definitely know that he has done these tweets by design. And so, what am I talking about? So, if you ever recall that the last couple of weeks or so, Pelosi and AOC and the squad, whatever you want to call them, have been, out with the claws and gnawing at each other. And then here Trump comes talking about the progressive Democrats, saying that if they don't like America, perhaps they need to go back to their crap hole countries and fix the problems and then come back. Media always conveniently omits the part, and then come back and tell us how you did it. But of course, they took it as racist. And so here's the thing that I think people didn't understand is like, racist is basically just a giant smear. Because when you think about racist, think about it this way, okay? That's saying that you have an irrational fear or anxiety or angst against someone of a different ethnicity. And I don't really think that that's possible for Trump. And let me explain why. Now, when you're in the business world, you're just navigating around, like you have to interact with all sorts of people, right? And especially like he's built his business in the hospitality business, like hotels, right? And so think about, who do you think you need to hire the most in a hotel industry? You basically, unfortunately, you hire minorities, you hire specifically Latinos, you hire blacks. And so how in the world can you build up that kind of business, hiring all these people and be a racist? Now, a lot of people might come at me and say, well, there was Kluxmen who were secretly, they were racist, but they still were able to manage their business. Like whatever. Like, at this point, I believe that if you're for Trump, you're for Trump. If you're against Trump, you're going to come up with every single thing in the world to prove that you're right. And like, I'm not here to debate you because clearly you have your mindset. Most people who have their mindset against Trump is done. So I'm not here to talk to the people who hate Trump, because you're going to hate Trump. You're going to thumb down my video, like whatever, go suck a lemon. But I'm talking to the people who actually, who are for Trump, ambivalent to Trump, or they just haven't really picked a side, okay? I'm talking to people right now. So look, Trump does certain things to evoke a response. I firmly believe that the reason why he put out those tweets was designed to join back the Democrats, to associate Pelosi back to AOC, back to all the squad team, and say, hey, look, to people like me, people who are independent, here, people who are moderate Democrats who don't really like socialism in general, look, this is the people that are aligned with them. Do you really want to be a part of that? Do you really want to be a part of that? And he's basically putting a smear, because when Trump put out the tweet, Pelosi came right at back and said, look, this is racist. And I'm like, whether or not it's racist or not is not beside the point. It's the fact that Pelosi, who was once feuding with AOC and the squad, had to come back and rush into defense. And so I do want to go back to the Trump tweet 1 second, and I'll just say this, like, Trump is always doing things for a reason. And a lot of people think like, well, he's just insane. He just has his Twitter and he just does things like he was doing a good job and then he just screws it up. I think Trump always does these things like for a reason. Maybe the reason may not make sense at that moment. Now, I'm not sitting here and telling you like he's some idiot savant or somehow he knows exactly what he's doing. Sometimes he might have looked up, but in this case, all the direction and anger that was pointed amongst Democrats, like, are now united and pointed towards Trump, and he's basically unified them. Now, again, my argument is that this is a great solidarity effect for those who are actually for Trump, or people who like were moderate Democrat, they don't like socialism, like the working class Joe. Like, they're seeing now what is the Democratic Party's about. And so I just want to like let you guys know that there's coming a time where the news cycle is going to portray a lot of different things. They're going to take a tweet, they're going to take it out of context. They're going to say, well, you know, Trump is for this, Trump is for that. And I just want you to think about for yourself, like, what is there to gain by believing Trump is a racist? Like, think about it. I want you to sit there and just think about it for yourself. What do you have to gain by thinking that Trump's a racist, he's a misogynist, he's a sexist, like he's all these smears? Like, he wants you divided. He wants you and me divided. The media want us divided. They want us all to believe sincerely that our commander-in-chief does not care a lick about minorities, gays, lesbians, like the whole kit and caboodle. And you know why they're doing it? Is because the way to enact power and control for people is to make them feel afraid, to make them feel victimized. And they're doing that with Trump right now. I don't think Trump's helping the cause by, you know, making incendiary tweets. And it was incendiary. He was just basically doubling down on Monday today. You saw some of his tweets, you know, saying, I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to apologize. And you know what? He shouldn't apologize, because you know what, in this day and age, like, you should not apologize for how you believe, even if it's crazy. Even if it's backyard's crazy, like, you should be able, in the marketplace of ideas, like, talk about what you feel. Now, I have a Twitter account, okay? And I lost a whole bunch of followers by just speaking about how absurd it is that Trump is racist. And a lot of people, you know, they instantly follow you because they see your face and they see one of your tweets. But when you start talking the truth, they're like, oh no, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. And I'm like, well, why bother following people? Like, follow me or not follow me, okay? Because you know what? I want to continue to talk about exactly what I feel. And I think there's a lot of other black people like me, a lot of black people out there. So if you know a black person that feels the same way, you forward this message to them and you say, hey, look, you are not alone. There are other black people out there who believe the media is a lying machine and they twist and distort words for their own gain. And you know what? MAGA 2020, baby. MAGA 2020. Look, I know that tweet was meant not towards all the progressives. There were crap hole countries. It was mostly towards to Ilhan Omar. Whether or not he knows about it is beside the point. The point is that the progressive Democrats hate America. They want to turn this place into a backyard communist society. And if you haven't figured it out, you guys need to just wise up, because supporting people like that is supporting taking your lives away, your lives, your freedom, your sense of personal responsibility. They just want to have you paying taxes up to the hill and welcoming illegals and just all sorts of madness. And if you're for that, you know, go ahead, thumb me down. But if you believe that the progressive Democrats are really just communists, you give that thumbs up. You share this video because people need to know. All right, that's me. I'll check you in another installment. All right, take care. Bye-bye.